Hello, everybody. It is Whitney here in Seacrest Studios, and today we are kicking off our first ever interview a construction worker with Messer Construction. If you don't know, you probably see their signs a lot around the hospital. They help build many things here. So today we have Versina joining us. I hope I said that right. Did I say it right?
Yes, Versina.
Okay. I always get nervous pronouncing people's names.
You got it on the first try. Yeah.
Yay. All right. So Versina is here, and she is the Carpenter lead person on the new critical care tower, correct?
This is correct, yes.
Yay. So welcome.
Thank you.
Happy to have you here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I'm going to put our phone number up so kids can, that's not our phone number. There's our phone number to call in to ask you any question that they may have. I told them that they could even ask what your favorite ice cream is because, I mean, fun questions are better than
we don't like
work
ice
questions,
cream.
right?
Right.
So you guys can call in 33333 on your hospital phone or 513-803-3333 on a cell phone. We like the number 3 a lot. So call in and ask Versina any questions you might have. So my first question with Carpenter lead person is, tell us about your job and what you do every day.
I work actually outside, literally, like right outdoors. So
Yeah.
I am responsible for anything as far as carpentry work, like building. We do rough carpentry and finished carpentry, but we're in the rough carpentry stage of it. So this is literally coming out the ground right now.
Yeah.
Columns, walls, everything, slab on grade. And it's kind of like, it might sound like aliens, like, you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but it's just building the building, basically.
Okay. I was like, because carpentry in my mind is like working with what like woodworking. Is that all it is just wood, or do you work with
it's
others?
woodwork, basically the concrete work, you form it up for the concrete to go in it, and then that's where our building comes from, and
so
it progresses
you're
from there.
truly the basis of the building.
Exactly.
Because the concrete goes over your base.
Exactly.
So you guys can't mess up.
Yeah, no.
No
You can't mess up at all. No pressure at all. No, we're not.
And then you're the lead, so
right. And my role is I do work just like anybody else, but it's broken down. So you got a foreman, and then you got the leads, and there's a bunch of us on the job site, and then we got people up under us.
Okay.
That the foremen tell us what to do, and then we let our guys know what to do. But we're working with them to make sure the job gets done correctly.
Okay. So you kind of help manage everybody with the foreman.
Yes.
You're kind of
it's kind of like a supervisor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking in terms of how like our division works. It's director, then managers, and then like you said, everybody that's helping
up
do
underneath.
the work.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is the favorite part of your job?
I think my favorite part. I think I got 2. The people that I get to work with every day. It's like you can't wait to see them. Like, you know what I mean? Like a family. Like the people that you work with every day. They make the job go by, make the day not as long. And the fact that you got this building. It seemed like it's taking forever for it to get done, but once it's done, you get to go back and look like, hey, I did this, or tell your family like, hey, I did this. I was a part of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the most rewarding thing out of it to me.
And it's a building, so it's not like it's there for a year. Like it's
there
for
forever.
You get every time you drive by.
Unless they tear it down, but that's rare.
So. I don't think that's happening anytime.
Right.
I think you got a while.
Right. So that's the best part to me. Yeah.
And you said you had a son. Do you like point out stuff you've worked on to him?
Yeah. He's actually in the E-building. He goes to the Perlman Center in the E-building. So
he gets to see a lot of the work you do.
He does.
That's cool. That's very cool. What is the hardest part of your job?
And this is 100% honest. The hardest part, it would be the elements. Dealing with the elements, whether it be heat. Right now, it's really hot right now.
I was surprised to see you're in long sleeves and long pants.
Okay, the reason why I wear long sleeves is because the sun, it'll start to hurt after a while. Because it's like, this is sun for 8 hours. Yeah. Like, you go to the beach for maybe 2 hours and you got sunscreen on. I think after 2 hours, sunscreen just don't cut it.
Yes. That's fair. That's totally fair. Yeah.
So I wear long sleeves for that reason, but and then winter is really cold. So the elements probably be the worst part about the job, but that's where the people come in, and then we just try to get the work done and get home back to our families.
Yeah. No, I always, every time I see construction workers, you know, whether it's road construction, building construction, and they're out in the cold and the heat, I'm like, I'm really grateful for air conditioning.
And then it's funny because the nurses, they stand in the windows right there and they be like,
and you're like,
no, but I like seeing them because, you know, they be like so curious of what's going on out there. And it's just, it's nice to see, you know what I mean, a face and it's like, at least you get some air, you know?
Well, then note to all the kids listening or watching, wave to the construction workers
outside. Wave to us. We like to see that.
I said that it would have to at least put a smile on your face while you're sweating.
Definitely, right.
What got you interested in construction, or how did you end up where you are and doing what you're doing?
My dad, he was a fixer-upper, like around the house. He was always, you know, doing this or doing that. And I am a daddy's girl. So like I would go behind him and, you know, or be with him doing different stuff. And then I just started doing it on my own. So then they were like, well, you maybe we gonna take you to trade school. So I went to Woodward. And I was in carpentry for 4 years. And I actually been working for Messer since I was 17. I was still in school before I graduated. I started with Messer.
Wow.
So that's what kind of like pushed me in. Yeah, that's what pushed me in. That, you know, I was always good with my hands. And putting stuff together. And I would put together so it's a funny story. My aunt, she rented an office building, and she was like, called my mom, was like, I cannot get this thing together for nothing. I cannot do it. And she was like, she just was picking me up because I wanted to spend a night over her house, and she took me over there. And I was with my brother too, and she actually was like trying to get my brother to help, and she was like, can you help me with this? And he was getting frustrated and throwing the paper and all that, you know. And I was like, well, let me see, you know, I think I might have been 13 at the time. And I put, it was actual like desk, like with the like stuff added on. It was complex. And I put it together by myself. And they were like, okay, you know. So I always been good with that stuff, you know.
Your brain just works that way.
It does. It's just, it's second nature, I guess.
That's interesting. So like growing up, toys and stuff, did you like play with like the building blocks and that kind of stuff?
I played, I didn't do like Legos or nothing like that. I don't think Legos was really popular. I think I more watched movies like The Lion King and stuff like that. But I don't think I played, like I did Barbies and stuff, but not like
so
building.
you still,
if I wanted to do something like that, it was actually like real things in the house.
They were letting you use the real tools.
Like I'm up under the sink, like unclogging the sink, like stuff like that. Like literal, No.
So you mentioned Lion King. Are you excited for the new Lion King coming out?
I am so excited. I am going to be front row and center. I cannot wait. I cannot.
I think new music from it was released today, like some Beyonce songs and stuff were
and
released.
I love so this is how I feel about it. I love me some Beyonce, but the person I'm the most excited about being in the movie is James Earl Jones, because he was in the original. And Mufasa is my jam. Like, I do not play. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited to hear his voice on there.
I'm really excited to see, because I've seen clips of like the lions talking.
The CGI. I'm excited to see how it comes out.
It makes me nervous but excited, because I'm like, I
don't want them to mess it up either.
That's what these things, I'm like, we're just leaving a cartoon. It's a cartoon for a reason.
I just hope, I'm praying. I hope they don't mess up my movie, because that's
I think it'll be cool though.
I think so too. I think it'll be good for the kids, the new age kids, to get a little glimpse of how we felt the first time we seen it. It'll be kids that's seeing it for the first time. So.
I know. It's disappointing when kids say they haven't seen some of these, like the originals. I'm like, really? What do you watch?
I know, right?
But sorry. That's the things that we talk about. We talk about Disney a lot. So a whole week we've been like, what do you think about the new Disney movies? Are you excited?
Cool. Right.
Favorite project you've worked on and why?
I would say my favorite project was my first project.
Okay.
I was working at Xavier University, and I was 17, so I was like, I actually got thrown out to the wolves, so to speak, because there were 2 other kids that were in my grade that started at the same time I started. They actually got brought in here, and they were just, sweeping and, doing little dainty stuff like that. And I got like thrown out in the mud, and it actually prepared me for my job better with that than coming in here first and then going out there like, what in the world is this,
Yeah.
So that was my favorite, that just being out there and getting that experience early. That was my favorite. And then once I got I was on that job for 3 years. By my 3rd year, or like 3.5, I was being prepared to do like more carpentry work, and I had been in apprenticeship for a while. I feel like that job altogether like rounded me for the rest of my career, for real. Yeah.
So when you first started, were you doing carpentry when you first started?
No, I actually was hired in as I was a co-op first, and then labor, and then I went through the apprenticeship program. And you go through the labor apprenticeship first, and then into the carpenter apprenticeship.
Okay.
So I graduated from the carpenter apprenticeship after 4 years, but I hadn't graduated yet. So I was like in that new stage of carpentry. But I had a really good foreman named Chris Megas that was really beneficial to me. He like really wanted to teach me, like, you know what I mean, give me an opportunity to do stuff that his leads were doing, like that's not a job you would normally give a apprentice. So it really helped.
Yeah, letting you actually like do
the job.
Yeah. No, that's how like our internship that we do here with our college students, we let them get on there and host their shows within the first couple of weeks, because we're like, it's the only way you're gonna learn.
It is, and people don't understand that all the time. But yeah,
I think sometimes it's hard for people to let.
Because they're like, I don't want you to mess it up, but you gotta, you know,
that's the
you
only
gotta.
way you're ever gonna make other people that can do that job when you can't do that job anymore.
Exactly.
So, I'd say, did you have any fun projects when you were in school, like in your classes and stuff that you did?
We did a dog house. We did a dog house in school. We did a lot of trades. I was in carpentry, but we did welding, electrical, plumbing, and landscaping. Right. Landscaping was fun though. Landscaping was really fun in school.
So they kind of gave you a taste of everything.
Yeah, everything.
If
so
you ever got
pick.
to a job, you could also say like, hey, I do know how to do this.
Yeah,
that's nice.
And then when we were at the point of graduating or getting ready to graduate, it would be a bigger variety of things we could pick from as far as jobs. Like they had, electrical companies come out and talk to us, and plumbing companies come out and talk to us, and our Vice President Brooks Parker came out and he was in my classroom, and I was just like, I'm listening to him talk. Little did I know that I would be working for his company, but so it's I feel like our school does a good job at showing everything, what I mean, not just one thing.
Yeah, you said that was Woodward.
Yeah, Woodward. Woodward Career Technical.
Just in case we have teens listening.
Yeah.
That might be interested in doing trade school. So we talked about what was your favorite class subject a little bit. Landscaping, I take it you enjoyed quite a bit.
Okay, so that wasn't my favorite though. Okay. So my favorite class was actually history because it didn't have math. Oh.
So you don't like math?
No, I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan of math.
You probably have to do some math.
You do.
Okay.
And I still don't like math, but you just do it.
But you're doing it.
Just do it. Yeah. Math is one of the things, some people love math and they go to college for math and they just take it on. And I'm just like, I want it to stop here. But it don't. And math never stops. That's why you need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But history was my favorite because, I like the, learning everything, but it didn't involve math. And my brain was just resting.
There are certain maths, though, at a certain point that you're like, I'm not.
Right. Like, why are we adding letters now? This is not right.
Like, I just need to know how much my bills are going to be. Like, I don't.
Exactly. Like, let's stop here.
Yeah. Favorite color and why?
My favorite color is blue. Okay. I like pink too, and it just might be the girl in me. but I like blue and pink together. And blue was my favorite color because, and my cousin don't even know this because it was his favorite color.
Oh.
And I never would admit it. And y'all better not show him this video either because he don't even know. Oh. And everybody be like, he was like, you just like blue because I like blue. I'm like, no, I didn't like blue, but it is. It really is. I only like blue because he liked blue.
Hey, I feel like that's common as a kid, though.
Yeah.
Like your friends will have favorite colors. You're like, oh, that's mine too.
Yeah. I was like, my favorite color is blue. Like, you only like blue because I like blue. No, it's not.
And the truth is revealed now.
Yeah.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have 2 brothers, but my mom actually took care of my aunt's kids. So I got it's just they were like my brothers and sisters. So maybe like 1,000 of us. Like it's a lot of us.
It's a fun kitchen table.
She's she's one of the moms that like take everybody in. Like you know what I mean? So it's been people that are family, people that are not family. Mm-hmm. So in all, I feel like I got a lot of brothers and sisters, but 2 actual brothers. Yeah.
Okay. Are you older?
I'm the youngest.
Middle? Oh.
I'm the baby. Yeah. So that's why I was a daddy's girl. Like I didn't get away with nothing, but I was still daddy's girl.
And then you had your 2 brothers making sure you were.
Yeah. I would just let them get in trouble and then learn what not to do.
Yes. That's how I was too.
Like
I have an older brother. I was like, all right. I can see what I can do and can't do, or I can get away with.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm like, I know now. Nope, not that.
Yeah. What hobbies do you have besides carpentry?
This is gonna sound really crazy. Okay, so the first one's not. I love to read. Okay. I like to read books. Yeah. I always feel like when I get too long when I'm not reading. Mm-hmm. Like, man, I need a good book. I need a good book. Like, you know what I mean? It's the escape. Story. Yeah. And another thing I like to do, I like to play video games.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Look, so favorite genre of books generally, and then favorite type of video games or certain video games.
The books I like a lot of like sci-fi or romance books.
Yeah.
And like post-apocalyptic books.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And video games, I just like any type of video games. It don't even matter. Yeah. I play Fortnite sometimes, but only with my niece. Okay. Sometimes that game, goodness gracious.
So are you like game system video games or like iPad and phone video game? Now you've
got
like
game system, like game, Xbox, PlayStation 4 video games.
True video games.
Yeah, like true video games.
Because now though, there's some kids that like all they play like video game wise is
like iPad.
And stuff.
I like Candy Crush, but I mostly play. Yeah, I mostly
game.
Yeah. It is like it's a Candy Crush can be a stress reliever.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big stress. Like I'm gonna get mad. You're like I'm playing Candy Crush, but it's more console for me. Like I like to play Xbox. Yeah, play with my son.
Is video games like a stress reliever kind of for you too?
It is. Yeah, it is. It is. Any type of game is a stress reliever to me. Yeah. And whether I'm playing with my son or whatever it is.
Yeah. I say board games too. Like
board game.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes those get competitive.
Candyland is. Monopoly is not because one is too long. We be there for days. It don't ever end.
There are keep some Monopoly games that it goes like for 3 days.
Monopoly is long. I'm like, can we just get it over with? Just take my take my property from up under me. It's
done. You win.
Right, like
which I saw now Monopoly. They're releasing one that everything's like I guess credit cards or debit cards, and there is no like paper cash.
Oh, you ain't getting my real money. No, you better hand out that paper money.
I feel like that defeats some of it.
It does. Because I want to feel rich. I want to stand over here.
Spending habits is that.
I want to feel rich. I want to stand over here with my wad of money. Like, I want to buy that.
Are you the person when you win, like you throw the money? Like,
oh no, I put it in my pocket. I put it in my pocket. I like the percentage real, like hundreds. Oh my god,
that's funny. What did you want to be when you were little? I know you said like growing up and stuff, you helped your dad, but like, did you have ever something else in mind that you wanted to be?
I wanted to be a dancer. I was in so when I was young, I praised dance for my church, and then I just started getting into like competitions and stuff, like hip hop, jazz, stuff like that. Yeah. So I actually danced for a dance team called NWP. We won nationals my 12th grade year. So I wanted to be a dancer, and then, you know, life takes over and, you know, you start doing other things, but I still get my groove on and, you know.
You'll always hit the dance floor.
Yeah, I hit the dance floor. So, you know, look for me on the dance floor. I'm always there. I know all the line dances.
That's awesome. Have you learned the Get Up, the new?
I don't think I learned that one yet.
It's called the Get Up, and it's a country like line dance kind of song.
Yeah.
But the guy that sings it, his name's Blanco Brown, and he called it trailer trap is what he calls his music, because he's like, it's kind of like you're from the trailer park, but got trap music mixed in. So
I don't think I learned that one yet.
I'm like, that's one I think I could maybe even learn, which says a lot because I'm not a dancer.
Yeah.
So look that one up. That one could be a fun one.
I'll look that one up. Yeah.
And it's real happy. It gets.
I like them. I love line dancing. Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
So that's one for you. Let's see. Biggest challenge that you've overcome as a kid or as an adult?
I think my biggest challenge I've overcome is as an adult. Coming into a male dominated job, like it can be stressful sometimes, and trying to get your point across, trying to make people understand you, or it's kind of like proving yourself all the time. I feel like I had to prove myself a lot when I was first starting, like, you know, like, let me do it. Let me, you know what I mean? But I feel like after I got the respect, it became fun working, you know what I mean? And it just became a lot easier. That was the biggest thing I overcome, really, is just earning that respect and, you know, getting that love.
It's like, because any job when you come in young, like when you were 17 going in, like that's already hard enough for people to see you as like serious. And then
the thing about it with construction is you got a job site, you got the people that you work with every day, and you're there for 3 years maybe if you don't get sent to another job. And then these are a whole new group of people that don't know you, and you start over again. So this is like, I started over a lot.
Like starting a new school.
It's a new school, yeah. So I started over a lot, and then once the circle, it came around full circle, and then people was like, "Oh yeah, we know her. Yeah, she's cool." You know what I mean? That's when the stress came off. You know what I mean?
Kind of feel like, okay.
Yeah. Now I can just work.
Up, do my job,
now I can just work. Yeah,
this, like,
right.
Worrying,
I feel like that was the biggest thing I overcome. Yeah.
Very cool. Do you have any secret talents besides dancing?
I think the biggest secret talent is the video games, that people will be like, what video games? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's probably the biggest secret, and I've already revealed it. So
see, that surprised me, because I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
because somebody,
maybe it's because I mean,
girls play video games too.
Yeah.
But it's not common. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah. I don't know. I had a roommate in college that loved video games, like obsessed with video games. So maybe that's part of why I'm like, why is that like, so surprising?
Yeah.
No.
Because people be like, what?
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, my dad played video games. So yeah, I'm a daddy's girl. See, it comes around again, you know?
I get you.
I literally, we would sit, and I would sit next to him, and he'd be playing a video game, and then he'd be asleep like this. And I'd be like, you know.
Still playing.
Wake up. And he'd wake up like after he went to sleep. But yeah, I feel like that's where I got it from.
Yeah. Don't you always wonder how dads just fall asleep like that?
No, I don't wonder now, because I'd be like this. After work, I don't wonder no more. I know Dad now. I know. So if you're listening, I know why. Jesus.
My dad's funny. He'll be watching something, then as soon as the 11 o'clock news comes on, he's out like a light.
The hard work.
You were just awake watching, Andy Griffith or something like that.
Right.
And the news comes on.
I know now, though, the hard work that they put in.
Yeah.
That's the reason why. Yeah. And now I understand.
Parents do a lot more than we ever realized.
Exactly. Until we get in the position. Yeah, definitely.
Become a parent and have a real job.
Right.
And all that. Yeah. So that was all my questions that I had, but I want to end on, what advice do you have for people either just pursuing their dreams or, trying to navigate finding what they want to do, anything like that?
Never give up. And the first choice is not always the one that works out. So don't give up on that either. sometimes you have to try different things, and you just don't never know what's going to end up being for you. So don't ever give up on trying to find out what that is, and just stay focused on that. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. And so I think that is very true, because I know going to college and stuff, people are always freaked out of, I don't know what, I think I know what I want to do, and then they get there and maybe they are like, no, this isn't what I wanted, and then they feel like disappointed because it wasn't their first choice. But a lot of people go through like a couple different degrees or options of jobs,
until they find what they really that is the first thing's not always the thing that works. Sometimes you just got to figure that out, but don't give up on trying to figure out what that is. Because
I say it sounds like you still have a passion for dance, even though that was originally the first thing.
I do have a passion for dance. I don't think I'm gonna be going dancing.
So you can think I can dance or anything like that.
I don't think I'm gonna be dancing professionally anytime soon.
But you got in your back pocket.
I dance in my dreams. I'll just dance in my dreams. I do it all the time. Yeah, and I'll just leave it there.
You can have more than one love of what you like.
Yeah, you can have more than one love. Yeah. I actually, because with the college thing, I was gonna go to Toledo. And I ended up coming out here, and the opportunities that Messer had, I was like, you know what? Let me just see what this is about. And then I went to the apprenticeship program, and that's like school in itself. And then you get college credits for being in the apprenticeship program. So it was like a win-win situation. I was making money, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and I feel like people sometimes overlook like trade schools and trade programs and stuff. And really there's a huge need for trade school programs.
It definitely is. And people don't understand, like you might feel like, oh, I don't want to do that. But this learning a trade is the best thing that you can learn how to do, because you can take that anywhere. You can take it wherever you want to go and do it. You can go to Florida, you can do it. Everybody needs carpenters. Everybody needs plumbers. Everybody. And then you could do it on the side. You know what I mean? Yeah. The stuff that you learn, you can do it to build your own house, which I plan on doing in the future.
I like that.
I definitely. My house gonna be. Hey,
I say, or
my house gonna be laid out.
Family members to fix things.
Oh no, my family members they be like, can you do that? I'll be like, I do it for free for them, just for them.
Just for them.
Yeah.
Everybody else got paid.
Everybody else got paid. I gotta make some type of money.
Yeah. No, but trade schools are very interesting, and I know because my dad works with mechanics and things like that, and it's hard to find nowadays because everyone gets a college degree. Not saying that college degrees aren't necessary or anything like that, but there's just other paths.
There's
college,
something else. It's not, you know what I mean?
Everyone
there's not
should
only
explore
college.
all the options out there of like what to do in their futures and stuff. So
college is a amazing route because there's a lot you can do with a college degree. But don't get discouraged if that doesn't work out, because there's always more.
There's always other options of things to do. So I agree. Well, thank you so much for being here and being our first construction worker we interview.